Welcome to a brand new edition of Dur or Die. We're opening up with our good friend Mental, looking a little blonde these days. The Mental, you looking? Did you get your teeth cleaned or something like that? How's it going, Mental?
We live in the desert, and this is just the thing that happens to you when you're out here.
Some look, that guy.
Wow, you do kind of look like a homeless version of Parker Stevens. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is the Porsche podcast where we really don't talk much about Porsches. We just shoot the ish. Every now and then some Porsches come up. My good friend Rami Mirza is here in his studio.
Yeah, what's up?
The Rami studio. And my partner Duane Wik. What's
Hello.
up, Duane Wik? How's it going, buddy?
It's going good. You know, I think Mental should bleach his hair.
Oh my God! Or
Am I out of line by saying that? Because
highlights.
Yeah.
Super highlights.
Or what was the thing we did in the 90s where some
Bleaching?
of it's...
Oh, frosted. No, you got
frosted
tips.
tips.
You got
Frosted
frosted
tips.
tips. Absolutely.
Frosted tips.
Don't pretend you don't know what that is, Dwayne. There's no way you
Guilty.
don't know.
We've also got Chef in the house. Come on, what's up, Chef? How you doing? You doing all right? Yeah. Oh my God, that doesn't
There's
look like
Chef.
Chef.
That's a younger
Good
Chef.
Lord, there he is. Hey, Chef, what's going on? Yeah, it's Parker Stevenson. Wow. Yeah, Jason's in the house
Stevenson.
too.
Jason's in there, but Jason's going to have to get in between the two chairs just to
do it
give us
again,
a little.
Jason.
Just do it
Come
again.
on.
It's another
Assume
good
the
episode.
Don't
position.
show me your G-string this
Lord,
time.
no more G-string, Jason. Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Look at that. That's a good look.
The Peanut Gallery. Extraordinaire.
It's kind of like we're all filming again. It's fun. It's never a dull moment. It's never a dull moment. We have a good crew here. Thank God. Everybody's cool. Imagine that. You find a bunch of cool people in Vegas. How's that even possible?
Except for that guy. All right, so look.
I disagree with that statement.
We talk about Luftgekühlt a lot. We had Patrick Long on the show a couple episodes ago. Patrick is not on this particular episode, but I like to find beef everywhere we can. It's just kind of like an old Wendy's commercial, and there's some ish going on right now because every time Luftgekühlt comes up, there's all these auxiliary events. There's the Professor Run. There's the Good Vibes Breakfast Club. Ancillary. Yeah. There is a good word for it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's kind of like the film festivals. What is it?
Yeah,
one in Park
like
City,
Sundance,
Sundance, and you got Slam Dance and
and
all the other ones.
Yeah.
Luftgekult's kind of cultivated all these other events that happen around it, and then you get all these different bodies that are like there's all this political posturing. Everyone trying to like, oh, you come to our event, or no, you come to our event, and so this year it's no different. Being in San Francisco. Our good friend Ben, the professor, always does a professor run during Luftgekühlt in LA.
Yes.
And this year he was talking about bringing it up to San Francisco and doing a professor run there.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, right.
Could be amazing.
And
Can we do the Golden Gate Bridge? That's like a bucket list on the 911 for some reason.
I mean,
That'd be cool. But then you get stuck in traffic.
You could do that on your own.
that's kind of like
Professor Run would
going
be
up on
too
top of the stratosphere
slow.
if you're from Vegas. I mean,
But I
it's a
mean-
tourist thing.
But also,
course it
it'd be a
is.
bit
Of course
slow
it is.
for the Professor
Doesn't mean it's
Run,
not a
let's be
nice
honest.
view, but yeah.
Can you weave? You could weave.
Well, I think
Make
the
it
thing
fast.
that's amazing about the Professor Run is, it's like invite only, and you get there, and there are really cool people and cool cars and unique things, and it's not like a free for all. It's not like everybody's there just to drive and race and be stupid. I think
It's
that's
always
nice
been
thing
the
about it.
alternative to whatever kind of the mainstream thing is, right?
Yes, exactly. It's not mainstream.
It's
Does he know that area pretty well enough to?
he
Yeah, he
there.
grew up. He grew up in
okay.
the Bay Area.
Oh, I did not know that.
But we also have my other partner, Michael Deeb, my partner on Bid Nerds. He has a restaurant on Nob Hill called the Nob Hill Cafe.
And it's
San
excellent.
Francisco is definitely that restaurant's fantastic.
A must if you go.
So between those two guys, they absolutely know the roads. They know all these amazing routes. The DWA crew is from that area, and they're going to be part of planning the route. If you've ever driven any of those roads, you probably wound up at Alice's Kitchen, which is a famous kind of automotive place to wind up. It's right above the not the Dragon's Tail. What's it called? The I don't know. There's a name for one of the roads there, but it's kind of like
the Twisty Road.
It's the ridge.
Yeah,
It's
the-
like something the ridge or something.
yeah. Sorry, I'm
It's right in the
and
middle of Honda as well too, which is
No one cares. It's
no,
fine.
well, anyways, so we're trying to set up this run, and the Professor Run again is always usually the alternative. It's usually the cool kids, right?
Absolutely.
There is an event every Friday in LA called the Good Vibes Breakfast Club, run by two people that definitely don't create good vibes. The Ryans, particularly Jay Ryan, is notorious for just being a dick to everyone. I'm going to say it right here. This is a guy.
He's been very nice to me. I've met him.
Seriously, yeah, JP. You know,
I've
normally
I disagree, Ryan.
I never met
you're
him.
very
Never met him. I've met
emotionally
him. He's a nice
guarded,
guy.
and I would appreciate if you would just be open and honest in your feelings right now. Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah, this is a
I-
safe
I
place.
said it
tell
before.
us how
This
you
is a
really
safe
feel,
place. You
JP.
can-
I said it
give to
before.
us.
I think we should have him on the show, and you should bury the hatchet.
Oh, that's a Star Trek term.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
it.
I would
And leave the
absolutely
handle
invite him
sticking
on
out.
the show, but he's not gonna. I mean, I've put the olive branch out there numerous times. The
we
most
have
recent
pizza.
interaction we had with him, he was a complete dick to Michael Deeb in front of a bunch of people. I mean, the guy. I mean, look, the guy he's kind of like that homeless person that has military fatigues on the side of the road that like wasn't in the military. He's that guy.
Oh, no.
He's gleaning. The guy is just an absolute asshole. Yeah, mental. Hop in.
All right, so
I wanna meet him.
and
I wanna meet him.
We've got a good banter here, and I can understand someone being kind of a jerk to you because you do it a little bit for sport.
Yep.
But who's a dick to Michael? Who's a
Right.
dick to Dean?
Thank you very
man?
much.
That guy is awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, no.
Well,
already,
I mean,
I've
anybody-
never
I'm-
met him, and I
chiropractor
don't
was-
like him.
I'm not going to get into the specifics of why I have beef with him, but we didn't have him and I didn't have a problem. It was because he was a dick to Deeb.
Okay.
That
Years
works.
ago,
That
right?
works.
I
That's
mean,
good enough
he
reason.
pulled a really ishy thing on Deeb, and I called him out for it. And then, of course, I'm the asshole. Which I mean, everyone knows I'm an asshole. That's not a big deal. That's just par for the course. But yeah. So, anyways, it's very clear. Look. Bottom line is that the professor run was going to happen, and then there's some other guys in kind of the Bay Area that flexed their weight, and they went to Ben and said, hey, there shouldn't be choices. There should just be one run. There shouldn't be multiple runs for people to actually choose from.
Commies.
They basically put pressure on
Ben?
Ben.
I'm sorry. Do we not live in the friggin' United States?
Free
there
world?
should not be choices. There should not be
There
choices.
should always be
Sounds like
choices.
a sewing circle.
All right, now we're
Some
right.
drama
Fascist.
going on here.
Sounds
All right,
fascist.
I'm the hippie of the group. F that guy.
So
I like
Decorated
hippies now that I know you.
military
right, yeah, he's the best hippie we know. So now, through the powers that be, the Professor Run and Good Vibes Breakfast Club are going to be the one singular mainstream Friday run before Luftgekühlt. So I don't know about you guys. I think that's ishy. I think it's better to have there's so many amazing roads out there. What do you guys think of that? Should we have choices? Should there be other runs, or should everything just be jammed together in one big thing?
I'm going to go on the Rami run.
Yeah, there you
You wanna
go.
do the Rami run?
Let's do a Rami
That
run.
just happened.
I will be
Hell yeah.
20 miles behind you in the first 5 minutes.
The Rami run. I like that.
Yeah,
If you
there
do
you
a
go.
Rami
Here's the
run.
Rami run. Rami just takes off like a bat out of hell, and then everyone else tries to figure out where he went.
Catch him.
Yeah, whoever catches him gets the pool.
It's like
wins
it's
the
like
prize. Everybody
but with
puts in
Porsches.
100. Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
puts in
There,
100.
there's no route. It's just
It's just follow Rami.
Chase
Keep
Rami.
up. Chase Rami.
that's going to be a short run.
Whoever doesn't get
It's like we get out of the parking lot. It's over.
And dangerous.
Nobody knows where he went.
You put a tracker on my car.
The Four Seasons. Come on, we know.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. It's the Ritz Carlton. It's fine.
The Ritz, yeah. We're talking San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 4 Seasons then. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, we do
definitely
have.
not
That's
Napa
another
Valley.
thing that we're dealing with is just the event being in San Francisco makes it kind of
hysterical.
difficult to have other events going on because no one wants to bring their car anywhere in the city. I mean, in Oakland and
That is a
and
real
San Francisco,
concern.
it's like
Oh,
legit.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
valid concern. Rami just had your rental broken in. Like,
Yeah,
you pulled up.
tell
You
the
were
story,
there
Rami.
for a minute.
I landed with JSX in Oakland. Like we get the little rent-a-car. It's like a Jeep Wagoneer, right? Or not Jeep Cherokee. Sorry, Jeep Cherokee. We go and we're like, wow, we're starving. Before we go to Sacramento, let's just stop off and get dinner in Oakland. And it's this really nice area. It's got like a theater. Everybody's out. You know, there's people and kids and, you know, like average people just doing their thing. And we go into this restaurant and the car is like, I don't know, 6 spaces away on the street. We come 20 minutes later, the back window's smashed, everything's missing. And I was like, oh my God. And I bring it back to the real estate agent. I'm sorry, the real estate agent. What am I talking about? The rent-a-car agent. And she's like, oh, this happens at least 6 times a week.
How did you get service in a restaurant and out in 20 minutes? That's what I want to know.
It was empty. Everybody was in the theater. There was some big theater event going on.
It was 2 a.m.
And then I tracked my iPad, and the damn thing was around the corner. So I drove the rent-a-car around the corner, found our bags, dumped out, and only certain valuables were taken. Others were left because they didn't know what they were, thank God. And then I went around the corner of that block just to look to see if there was anything else, and there was other people's bags there that I didn't even know, and shit dumped out. And I'm like, what is happening?
Is this your book?
Is this normal?
How to use a penis pump? By
Totally. Yeah, I lost.
This is definitely not my bag, baby.
I lost my penis pump. It's unfortunate. I had to buy a new one. I kind of used it so much that I broke it, so I need a new one anyway. That's fine.
You need a bigger one.
And
now.
whoever stole my iPad, I'm glad you have it because I stepped on it and it looks like an accordion. So I have a good time with it. Yeah.
So what are your guys' plans for security for your cars? What are you thinking?
Not going.
Drive a Mazda.
12 gauge?
I'm going to park my car in Napa Valley. I'm not parking it down
Which
there.
is 400 miles away.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I mean, it is a serious concern. Like, where do you park? Or if you get an Airbnb, is it in an area? Is there a secure?
Don't get it in Oakland. No way.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't even, no. San Francisco or Oakland, don't do it.
I mean, if it had a locked garage, it could work. But that's the thing; you'd have to get an Airbnb with a big enough garage for
all the
multiple
cars?
right? That's
right.
kind of a tall order.
The only way it would work is if you do a hotel and they have, secured parking.
Yeah,
In a
valet or
garage.
something like that.
In a garage.
That might
That's
be the
guard
way to go.
gated. Yeah, make sure it's guard gated. Because they'll just go in and take it. There's no recourse.
Yeah, Deeb has a garage literally directly across the street from his restaurant that we might be able to get one car in there in addition to his own cars.
That garage is like from 1938.
It's a teeny little garage. It is teeny, but he
One
he
Model
wedges
T will
like
fit.
4 cars in there. It's crazy.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, he's got his 930 and a couple of Fiats, his dad's Alpha, all kinds of good stuff.
See,
is
so
in
City
there.
there's another
living.
930, buddy.
What's that? Yeah.
Now there's 3.
It's not a 9.
I'm sorry, he didn't get a 930. It's an M491 M491 Carrera.
Turbo Palooza. I like it. Turbo Palooza. Chef's saying Turbo Palooza. We should do that. That'd be great. Staying boosted.
So we had Patrick Long on the last episode. He patched in from some airport in the middle of nowhere to take our abuse, and he was a great sport.
he took
So
it well.
thanks,
He took it well.
thanks again to Patrick. But he said, "Hey, look, the event is on an island surrounded by water. None of the dirtbags can get out there, which is great for the event." But
thieves don't like water.
Yeah, they don't like to swim apparently. My question is that for the event, like if your car isn't in the show,
Ooh, good question.
is there parking outside of the show, and is there going to be security for those cars that are parked out there?
I would think if the way they run it, there would be security around the whole island. At least that's what Patrick was alluding to, because how could there not be? Yeah, I mean, it's like if it's like third world there because there's no prosecution. So if you're not going to get in trouble for doing bad things, people are going to do it. It's that simple.
Well, I mean, he is right. Mar Island is hard to get to for, if you're a dirtbag without a car and you're looking to prowl cars, you're going to have to go through a tunnel, down a bridge to get out there on the island.
Right.
So I can't imagine there's a lot of homeless people out there, but I don't know. I'm not from there. Any of our San Francisco viewers have any comments on Mar Island? Is it safe? Is it safer than the rest of the Bay Area? Do you guys feel comfortable parking your car out there? I don't know.
Do you guys need to vote in a new DA? I don't know anything.
Well, a friend
Even
of
if they
ours-
do, it's not going to happen by the end of the month.
No.
Yeah.
Damn it.
A friend of ours was driving right down here with his it was like a 82 SC or whatever, and a homeless guy attacked his car.
Attacked?
Wait,
Yeah.
where was this? This was in Vegas?
This was just right down here. Yeah, I think he was.
Downtown?
Yeah, it was right. It was like
What?
right here.
Right here
Like,
downtown.
yeah,
What kind of car?
Like within a quarter mile. It was 82 SC.
82 SC.
And the guy smashed like all 4 sides of it. Like went around the car and just like intentionally damaged it. So I mean,
Jesus. What the hell?
A random act of violence. Did it have air conditioning? Shit. I heard that.
Oh my god! Did it have heated seats?
Well, I mean,
Go back and
I guess
watch
my
the
point-
previous episode of the Do or Die podcast. If that joke,
Then
was
you'd find it funny.
crazy stuff can happen.
Crazy stuff
in
can
any
happen.
big city.
In any big
Yes.
city.
But look,
Yes.
But yeah, there's a propensity for
Well, when it happens like
broken window
13
theft.
times in an hour,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
It's a thing there. It's a
Yeah.
thing there.
it's
Every
fairly
city's
rare in
dangerous.
Vegas, down here for stuff like that to happen. But look, the last time I was in San Francisco and I rented a Turo, the Turo driver was like, "Do not lock this car.
Was it
Just
a Turo
leave it open."
Did it have turbos?
It did not have turbos. It was
No turbos?
churro, T-U-R-O,
Oh,
like the
churro.
churros, your
Oh.
favorite dessert. Yeah, no, he said don't lock it because they'll just don't leave like fast food wrappers in it. Don't leave anything that anyone can see because they'll break in
Oh my
for
God.
any reason. So I was like, God, that's
That
terrific.
sounds great.
Right. So, I mean, the Bay Area it really is a genuine concern on this trip. I'm not entirely sure how the heck we're going to deal with this logistically.
Well, I mean, if your car's in the show, it's fine. But
During the show, I'm not
During-
worried.
During the
it's,
show,
it's the rest of the
gonna be
weekend.
getting there,
Right,
the night
right.
before, the night after, or whatever, or the night,
So Deeb has a open house planned in Brisbane.
Where's
and
that?
it's kind of like southeast of the bay,
Near,
of the
like,
bay.
Palo Alto?
I don't know. No, that's on the other side. That's where all the tech stuff is. It's
okay.
it's on the east. It's East Bay, I think.
Okay.
Whatever. It's kind of a blue collar area, but there's a bunch of warehouses and stuff like that, and that's where the shop's at. And so the shop is really cool. I'm not worried about anything there. It's down this weird road where hardly anybody knows it's down there. So being at the event will be fine. But then again, leaving that event and going somewhere, wherever
Right.
that might be, I don't know. I don't know how Deeb deals with it. He has that garage where he keeps his nice cars, and then he leaves his Cayenne on the street. He's got an old Toyota pickup truck that he parks on the street, and those are getting broken into all the time. So it's just like,
Well, the key thing is don't leave your car on the street
yeah,
ever.
which is nearly impossible in San Francisco.
Correct.
There's no parking,
Correct.
yeah,
and it's $5,000 per day to park.
yeah, that's true.
I'd rather pay the $5,000.
Yeah,
I would. I'd rather pay the $5,000 than have to deal with replacing my window.
Well, what about the drive to Luftgekühlt? I mean, if we leave here in Las Vegas and it's a pretty
How
boring
long?
drive going from here to the 58, then to the to
How long?
Bakersfield. It's about 7 hours.
Ooh.
But like when you get to I-5, we can stay on the 58 and go all the way out to the 1 or take some of the other 33. There's a bunch of really, really cool roads out there that we
Yeah.
could take. And so we could make a much longer day out of it if we want to make that drive on Thursday a long-ass day and then followed by Friday with a professor run. I don't know. Maybe we just want to get there as quickly as possible. What do you guys think?
honestly think the Napa Valley thing sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Stay out there,
Just find
and
a
then
place
that's
up
where
in
I'm
Napa.
staying.
early on
Yeah.
Saturday,
Yep.
we drive out to the show, and
Yeah.
So do we skip
absolutely.
the professor run entirely and the open house and just go to Napa, find a cool place to stay up there and avoid the city at all costs?
What do you got, Mental?
I was going to say, why don't we find out what the professor was actually planning before he got coerced into
He's not going to
merging
deal with
with
any
this
of this
other one.
other stuff.
he can just give us the route and then we do the Rami run.
Yeah. I do like
That's
I
true.
do like the idea of doing a Rami run, and because honestly, it's better when there's only 7 or 8 cars, or I mean, it's when
Last
you
thing
get
you
the
want
big
is
cluster.
That's what
30
happens
cars.
anyway.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
happens anyway. We get ahead of everybody else, and then it's like it's just us.
So I'm thinking we could probably rally a good, half dozen cars, everyone from Vegas and a few other people that want to do something cooler than hanging out with the Ryans of the world and all the suck ups and kiss asses.
God,
Two-faced.
from the
Jack
top right
it
to the
out.
metal chair.
It's getting hot up in here.
He's a self-proclaimed.
No,
He's
okay,
a
all right.
self-proclaimed thief. So I'll go watch one of his
Wow.
shows, and he's a piece of crap. There it is.
There it is. All right.
But yeah, all right.
I can't say
trying to
anything.
get
I
us
never met him.
canceled. Yeah.
Never met him.
Never met him.
I have no idea, but
but he picked
I
the
want to
fight.
go meet him and make fun of him at
He
the
picked a fight
professor
with
run.
Deep.
That's what I want to do.
This is the man who once a month drives 400 miles to take care of his dog. Who picks a fight with that guy?
I know. Deep's super
the dog
nice.
chiropractor.
Maybe that guy. We should pick a fight with that guy.
That guy also
Dan
would not pick
Parker
a fight
Stevens.
with Deep.
Parker
He's cool.
Stevens.
He
Parker
was married to
Stevens.
Kirstie Alley. He knows what's up.
Oh yeah, she's turned out great.
She did. I tell you, she did.
She passed away, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, it's
Recently died.
sad.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Oh no, when she
Kirstie.
was the '80s sex kitten,
When she started putting on
she left. She left him.
All right,
But
we'll
he-
leave,
then
we'll
got
leave the
fat.
But he stayed friends
TMZ.
with her.
We'll leave the TMZ stuff
Oh my
to
God.
the Ryans. That's kind of their shtick. Anytime someone crashes on the crest, they're the first person to post a picture about it. There's never been an accident in the Porsche community that the Ryans haven't loved. That is their favorite thing. Oh, really? It's not true. Well, they're not in Vegas, so I
And
stand
they
corrected.
will never.
There's
get those
never been an
pictures.
accident on the
Never.
crest that they didn't love.
They
That's-
can get those pictures from
my
our cold
God.
dead cell
You
phones.
do have to respect the crest.
You got to
have to
respect,
respect
the crest.
That's true. You have to
That's
respect
why
the
he'll
crest.
steal your photos and put them up and not tell you.
Wow.
All right. On that note, we'll be right back, guys. Hey, guys, I got to tell you about our friends Godden Porsche of Las Vegas and Godden Classic. If you're looking for a new Porsche or a classic, you got to call our friend Steve at Godden. This guy. Save yourself the hassle of screwing around with all the auctions like we always talk about and just talk to Steve. He'll find you the classic Porsche you're looking for. Godden Porsche of Las Vegas. If you don't subscribe to Bid Nerds on YouTube right now, I'm gonna shoot this 997. If you said, wait, that's a 996, you're a nerd. So subscribe to the new YouTube channel, Bid Nerds.
Get those nerds!
Welcome back. The opinions expressed on Do or Die Porsche podcast are solely
JP's.
of their own.
No one else is
origin.
in the room.
Yeah, they don't represent anything about anything or anyone.
We literally have a disclaimer at the beginning of the show
We do have
to
a-
indemnify
I noticed
our,
that, JP.
our sponsors.
I
We
feel
love our
so
sponsors,
professional
Godden
now.
Porsche,
Wow.
but,
You hate dogs
we
or
have
something,
super
then screw
disclaimer.
You. That's
Yeah.
everyone's opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so what are we talking about now?
Well, so I mean, in the spirit of talking ish about people, we had another little bit of drama here in
boy.
Las Vegas recently. Bart Cukins. Oh, let's get that on the camera there. The Essential Love Affair by Bart Cukins. Show us some of the photos here. Bart Cukins is an incredibly talented photographer from what is it? One of those.
I mean, look at
some
that-
shithole country. I don't know. Whatever.
Hand on the Porsche. Look at that hand. I mean, that's just special. There's a hand on the Porsche.
Yeah.
I mean, I would buy it.
Is he French?
I don't know. It's a shithole country. It's not America, so it's all shithole countries. So
Wow,
he
he's
is
just- Was it a former communist
I
bloc
love
country?
Europe.
probably, yeah, something like that. Anyways, Bart Cukins incredibly talented. I've followed him for years on the gram and all those types of things. So we were recently reached out. He recently reached out to us. Bart is on some kind of American tour. Going around, he's selling those books that Rami was just showing you there. He's slinging books.
Is it this exact book or is it a new
It is
book?
that
is
exact book.
So- how did
brought
you get
that
this
as
one?
a present at a recent Cars and Cafe.
That was not Bart Cukins. That
No,
was a
no.
different Bart.
Oh, my
but it
camera's out again.
We have our own European Bart here.
Can we get
Rami's camera's out.
Oh,
Rami's camera? please?
Not that it's that
Yeah.
important. It's fine. I like being rainbow. It's fine.
Rainbow,
Rainbow love. That's what you heard, huh?
there's a Matt
taste the
Farah
flavor.
quote.
Ooh, I'm
in here.
back.
back. So Bart, he has it's very confusing because there's a local Bart. So the two Barts got together.
Sheriff Bart.
Yeah. So anyways, they reached out to us saying, hey, we want to come on the podcast. We're going to spend some time in Vegas. We're going to hang out with you guys. We want to do a shoot of Rami's car, basically saying we're going to do the shoot and we'll shoot you guys doing your show and you guys will be in the next book and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, that sounds
great, yeah.
Freaking awesome. Your work is great. It's an honor, right? Love to be part of that. Oh, and then it's like, hey, can we do a book signing and maybe a drive and maybe Rami can lend Bart his car and like all these other favors. I'm like, I don't know, maybe on the drive I just let him drive one of my cars, whatever, no big deal. After all the other stuff, that sounds fine. So this is like a month, more than a month ahead of the event. Then so we have the whole thing scheduled out. Emails and texts are going back to all the parties. Everyone knows what's going on.
Yes.
Then I'm getting texts like, hey, can you reach out to your contact? Bart wants to see if he can get some commission, photo sessions. And I'm just like, dude, that's what we do for a living. No, I'm not his agent.
No. It's perfectly reasonable that you, JP, as a professional photographer in your own home market, should absolutely go and get someone else to pay someone else to take pictures. Why are you being so unreasonable? I mean, God, it's like you showed up at my job and said, please, can I do some useless government work and take part of your paycheck? I would have taken...
Wow, well said, buddy.
Solid, right?
Solid
take.
solid.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sitting there going, all right, all these requests are coming in. Hey, I heard you know the guy from the Killers. Can you see if he'll like hire Bart to do a? I'm like, what are you talking? Okay, whatever. I'm just trying to ignore the noise.
You live in Vegas. You must know Brandon Flowers.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course, yeah. We'll get Nicolas Cage there too, while we're at it.
It's
no
like,
big deal.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. Yeah.
Yeah,
moved
yeah. Mike Tyson, while we're
the
at
fact is, we do have connections to all the famous, and like we could leverage.
We could.
If we wanted to get a hold of him, we could. That's not
he ask
that
for me?
hard,
Yeah.
right? Dwayne Wick knows everybody. No,
And they all come to Vegas Auto Fest.
but there was never once a quid pro quo. Hey,
Vegas
we'll give
Auto
you a
Fest.
commission. Could you be a part of it? Maybe we'll include you in it. None of this
Right,
stuff. Just go do these things for some European dude. Okay, that's weird. So, all right, it's getting weirder and weirder.
Well, it implies a certain degree of tone deaf because they're reaching out to you and they don't know that you're actually a photographer and a videographer and that you are doing commercial work here.
Oh,
in the
they
city.
know.
That's just straight up.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
It is
I didn't
a
even-
move of the La Douche.
I didn't even know. Like, I was just like, I wasn't part of the text thing or anything. I just got a text from Bart and it just said, it's canceled. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, whatever.
Well, yeah, because what happened then, so at the time we're recording this is supposed to happen tomorrow. Which is a Thursday. I got a call Monday morning from the local Bart, and he's like, hey, Monday morning vibes. Anybody that uses the word vibes, I just want to punch in the face anymore. So he's got Monday morning vibes, bro. Yeah, okay, great.
God.
Yeah, we're really excited about Sunday. It's going to be great. We're going to have this drive, and then we're going to do the book signing. Like, yeah, okay, great, cool. Yeah, everything's on. Yeah. Bart's not coming in until Saturday night.
Oh, God.
I'm like, wait, okay, so what happened? The podcast is Friday, and
Right.
then the shoot is Saturday morning.
And Brandon Flowers was going to have breakfast with you on Thursday after, Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, they were going to do a duet on Fremont. So it's like, wait a second, what's going on? So he's just going to come in to borrow a car and then sell books to us? What the F? So I was just like, yeah, no. I'm like, why is he canceling this stuff? And he says, oh, well, something came up in Palm Springs. I'm like, okay, something cooler, apparently. So we're second fiddle. Got it. So I can really count on him showing up for Sunday, even though, yeah. So what do you guys think of that? I mean, is he just
His boyfriend,
coming in,
is his boyfriend in Palm Springs?
getting access to the community to sell us stuff? Or do you think this is...
Look, I mean, if you make a plan to
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Huh.
if you make plans to shoot somebody's car
It's getting serious.
or whatever, I mean, if you make plans a month in advance,
yeah.
and then you cancel via a friend last minute,
It's weird.
is that what happened?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point because he does have my number. He could have called
So
me
he never
directly and said, hey,
and
man.
you're the main point of contact.
Absolutely.
And he never reached out to you. It was like his friend was like, "Oh, by the way, he's not going to be."
He
here."
made his buddy do the dirty work.
So that's that's weak sauce.
You mean Bart?
Local Bart, yes.
Local
There's two
Bart.
Barts.
Local
I feel-
Bart was
I feel bad for
leveraged.
him.
Yeah, local Bart, I feel a little bad for local Bart.
Yeah. That's not cool, man. So you think he was putting Bart in a compromised position?
Yeah, I mean,
That's not right.
I said to local Bart, I'm like, that's kind of like a girl breaking up with you and still wanting to be friends. I mean, no,
Right.
that's not cool, man. You want access to our community? Chef is
right.
I don't know if you guys can hear any of that, but there's a guy mumbling in the background. Rami, what did Chef have to say?
Chef, what did you say?
What if someone wants to drive your Carmen Ghia and they don't show up?
Yeah, what if someone wants to drive your Carmen Ghia and doesn't show up?
Chef has an awesome Carmen
yeah.
Ghia. Oh, did that happen?
Yeah,
I
Rami
did that.
was in
I did
Texas
that.
or something.
I did that. I was
see.
in
Well,
Texas
but-
or something. I don't know where I was.
Let-
You were in
let's-
Palm Springs.
I was in Palm Springs with my
Something
boyfriend.
better came up. Something better
We're
came
here
up
in the
at Palm
Rami
Springs.
Studios. As we
Chef
talk
just
about.
throwing me under the bus.
And if you're not watching the Rami show, you're
You are,
missing out
babe.
a lot of stuff. Rami gets to drive a lot of really great, cool cars. And when Rami makes a plan, hey, we're going to meet at this place at this time, Rami's there, you're there, Lee's there, everyone's there on time, early when the person shows up with a car.
Right.
And you stay on
Except Rami.
schedule. You're
Except for Rami, yeah.
you're respecting their time and effort because it is a quid pro quo. This person was just like, this is a me. I feel like at this point it was just a multi-level marketing scheme. Well, if you sell 10 books and then get 10 people to sell 10 books,
pyramid scheme.
You can get the lease of a new Mercedes, just like an Arbonne. What kind of
The
crap
sad part is
that?
we would have sold books.
I'll give a certain degree of artistic, you're an artist, so you're allowed to have a little bit more of an emotional swing. But if you're doing business and you are trading in favors and then you pull out at the last minute, that's just bad business and it's bad relationships. And the car community is absolutely built on relationships.
Chef pulling out is bad, huh? Yeah.
Well, I had a situation.
I think it's good.
Pulling out unannounced.
I had a situation that is kind of similar to this. So I told a friend I'm not going to Luft. He said, "Great, we're doing a charity dinner. I want you and your wife to come to this charity dinner." And I was like, "I'm in. That sounds cool. I like you guys. Let's do it." I decided to go to Luft, and I got accepted. So I had to make that phone call to my buddy, and
But you made the call. You didn't make your friend
so
do
I
it.
made the call, and I told him straight up. I was like, "Listen, I've been dreading this phone call all day long, because I like you as a friend. Like I care about you. I wanted to make sure that we're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why probably JP is a little, rubbed the wrong way.
Perturbed.
You know what I mean? He's a little perturbed.
Yes.
a little perturbed.
And I
Yeah.
get it. I understand completely
do too.
because JP
Yeah.
is the linchpin in this whole operation. Maybe Bart didn't really understand that or know that.
He's
but
the keystone.
He's the keystone. He set this up in advance with you.
Yeah.
Long in advance. No one wants to waste your time. You got a lot of great cars, and I mean they're worthy of any of the cars in this book. Like that car would fit in
Wow.
with this book, no problem.
Mhm.
But to just ghost you,
Well, I
What
don't know if it
happened?
was Ghost,
It's-
but to just kind of proxy over to me, Mental, I'll get with you in just
I
a second
love
here.
how mental races is.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever.
It's
talking
like,
stick. He has the talking stick.
You're right. I mean, from one creative to another, if Bart Cukins had reached out to me directly and said, "Hey, bro,
I feel
can't
really
make it.
bad about this.
as a creative, you know how it is.
would've been fine.
I got to take the paid
Magnus
gigs.
Walker's
It's a-
meeting me. I'm getting $1,000 per hour to do this other
Right.
thing. Like maybe you would
No
have been
problem.
like, okay, well,
No problem.
can
I
we
would
still
have been
salvage the run on
totally
Sunday?
down. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we do the run on Sunday and let's do the shoot on Monday or Tuesday
Or
But-
reschedule, whatever.
or something. If he had reached out to me directly, but instead it was this presumptive, just we'll get it some other time. It's like, dude, Rami's a busy guy, Mental's a busy guy, Lee's a busy guy. We're all
work hard.
just
We
as
all work
busy as
hard.
you,
Well-
Bart. We've got shit going on as well.
I like to build bridges. So
Yeah.
Bart, come on the show.
There
Set
you
the
go.
record straight. Let us know what happened. Maybe we can,
I like that. Yeah, come
Men-
on the
men
show
the,
and voice your opinion about what happened and tell
Yeah.
us what really happened.
maybe there was
Yeah.
something lost in translation.
Yeah,
That-
who
I
knows?
mean, that's entirely likely.
Yeah,
And,
he
and,
might not even
he
know.
is still welcome here. But here's the thing. It's kind of, he's got to come out and say, hey.
The ball's in his court
yeah,
for
quid
sure.
pro quo. Come out here, be on the show. Let's hang out. Let's do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, you know what? We will open the doors wide open, give you full access to our community, and we will help you push books. You know,
Yeah, of course.
That
Isn't
seems
that what
like
it's
a
all about?
fair thing to do and
Yeah.
fun. I'd love
Yeah.
to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's what
And
we
like-
were going to do.
Like
Right,
you said,
that was the plan.
He's an
That was the
extremely
plan.
Sorry,
talented
Mental's been
photographer.
mental,
and this is-
and you guy in the back who's probably not going to get in.
This was my thing either is because you don't view the automotive community here in Las Vegas as a customer base. You view them as your friends. You have built this great community. We do Cars and Cafe. We do Vegas Auto Fest. We do the Overton runs because these are your friends and these are people you respect. And they are up, and they're welcome to come on the show and defend themselves, but I'm hearing a story where they were looking at them as potential customers. You did the book thing because it's a cool book, and you thought, my gearhead friends here in Las Vegas, my community would enjoy that book, but the person's just trying to hawk all this book, all
Are
this
you
stuff,
saying we have
get free
real
things
jobs?
from your friends. So it's not just an insult from one creative to another, but he's insulting the community that you've taken, all of us in this room have taken great pains to build and maintain a really inclusive community here in Las Vegas. And that's,
Wow.
And
yeah.
there's a
that's cool
festering
move.
problem
Wow,
with
mental.
Vegas that we all.
Where did that come from?
It's all a cancer that we have to bear here
You are Jason.
as Las Vegans, as vegans.
As the
right?
vegans.
Is the fact that we're close to LA, which is superior in every way, shape, or form.
At least they
For-
think so.
Well, yeah.
From a
car
size
shows,
of car and
from
and
car show
variety of cars,
perspective,
sure.
I
But
can name many things that aren't that
JP,
great
you and I are in the film industry. Like, if you have any film talent, you move to LA. It's only
Oh, that's
3
why
hours
we're all
down the
here.
road.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, like that's kind of like the thing. So I mean, there's this
Yeah,
underlining
100%.
thing that Vegas gets kind of.
Well, we're going to change that because there are talented people here. So
Yeah.
that's the bottom line. And cool people.
Great, cool people here. It's
Yeah.
a great car scene here.
Yeah,
I love it
great
here.
scene here. I like it better than LA because people aren't pretentious.
And there's
Right.
no state taxes.
And there's no state tax. There's no state. There's no.
Jason says
There's
no
federal
state
tax,
taxes,
but no
yeah.
state income tax. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Can
and
you
there's
fog a
the
mirror
what's
and
the
hit what
ranch?
you're shooting at?
And they
Welcome
actually
your
want
gun
you to build
career.
businesses here. It's weird.
True.
Yeah. So strange.
Want to smoke weed? Welcome.
Yeah,
Get-
you're welcome.
get
Do you
in
want to
trouble
come
if
and
you
party?
break a window.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah. So I mean, I like the idea. What about this, guys? Our good friend Lee Patet, our resident photographer. Why don't we make our own book? Make a Fascination book. We have a huge body of work already.
We do.
By the end of this
And
summer, we will have
Lee's a sick
me and
photographer.
Lee. We will have easily enough photos to fill
I'll,
an
spo-
entire
I'll,
book.
I'll sponsor it.
But
I'll sponsor it. No problem.
Seriously, yeah.
What's
no,
that,
Lee is-
Jason?
Lee is
That's not even fair. Lee's like a ringer.
Lee
I
is
know.
a ringer.
He is.
Lee's like a professional.
Yeah, Lee is the Mike Tyson of that world.
But Jason's car still won't be done by the end of the summer. But
Or my car, for that matter.
Brutal.
Wait, I have another one.
Jason, we'll just put you in the second book. The second book.
you'll be in volume 2.
Volume 2.
And Lee could go to the shop and still make your car look good.
And can we make the book black instead of white? Oh my God.
Jason may not get his car till 2025, but he'll still drive it more in 2023 than Dwayne
I
will
think we
drive
just
his.
came up with a great idea. I think we just came up with a great idea. Just
That's due to
Vegas-
insurance reasons.
Vegas Cars by Lee, sponsored, produced by Rami. This is a brilliant idea.
I think we should
And
do it.
we'll donate the money to the same charity that the Vegas Auto Fest
Yeah.
proceeds go to every year.
Yeah, we'll
This is
donate to a
brilliant.
charity. I
That's
think
a really
it's a
good
great
idea. All right, yeah.
Let's do it.
Because Bart charges $200 for that book, and he ain't giving any of it to charity.
Well, we'll give it to
He
charity.
ain't,
It's
helping,
way better.
he ain't helping kids with heart problems. That's what we do here in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's why we're
Right.
better.
Yeah, I got a few ties to some medical stuff. No problem.
Well, that was also part of the pitch originally. It was like, yeah, maybe you can buy some books, and you can he'll sell them to you for $150, and you can charge the extra $50. Like I'm gonna be like I'm the kid in the Walmart parking lot selling chocolate bars. You want to buy a book? I mean, what is it?
crazy.
Yeah, to your friends, hawking your
hey,
friends.
yeah, go
I just
play.
see you rolling up and popping the front.
Pop in the
Pop that
in the
frunk.
front.
Pop that
Jason
frunk.
says, full of books.
Pop
It's
that
true.
frunk full of books. Yeah.
JP was going to
Hey, kid,
upsell
wanna
to all
buy
his
a
friends.
book?
Where's JP doing over there? He's slanging books.
That's right.
You know, when we were at Carson Coffee or Carson Cafe on Sunday, and Bart came with all those books. I was like, what is going on?
Local Bart.
Local Bart came with
Yeah.
all the books. I was like, what is happening? Why?
Oh,
do
did
they
he
have so
bring
many-
some?
He had like 10,
Yeah, they were on the back of my cab.
and they were all over your cab. I'm like, what are they doing? Are they selling those? What's going on? What were you guys doing?
I wasn't doing anything. I think he was trying to sell them. I don't know if anybody bought any, but I think somebody
Oh
from PCA did or something. Who knows? What do you guys think of the idea of having us do our own book? Go
Yeah,
to
let us know.
RamiStudio.com and or put in the comments below right
put in the
here
comments, yeah.
on the Dur Die Porsche podcast, and we will
The
start that
doodly-doo,
process.
right
we'll do the
downstairs.
Dur
Ring the
Die-
bell and
Dur Die
click
Porsche
through.
book.
Click through.
Who should we turn into an enemy on the next podcast? I mean, what notable Porsche person should
turn
we?
into or
I'm just-
already?
Hey, you know what?
already-
That's good, that's a good
who
point,
already
JP.
hates
Wayne, you
JP?
know what? Maybe they're a potential friend. You know,
Frenemies.
Ooh,
I
frenemies.
like that.
Frenemies.
That's a good out. That's a very Indian like.
It is very, very philosophical. It is more like Ganesh.
Are we gonna have Salvage LaDouche on the next episode?
We should have
we
him
should
on.
have-
Let's get him on.
He was at your
can
car
rev
show
his-
and he peeled out.
He peeled out.
Or he revved.
It'll be a confession, be like, bro.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
making fun of
Who
you,
was the guy-
but all kidding aside,
who was the
because
guy-
When you drove by, I just thought you were the coolest mother.
Oh yeah. Who was the guy? Wait. Before we go. Who was the guy who brought the marshals to the Carson Cafe?
Saw the picture.
They showed up. The bicycle cops were.
That's
who was
their
that
route.
guy? Yeah,
That's
but who
their-
was that guy?
That was Salvage that knew the sergeant, but
That was Salvage, right?
yeah, but he didn't bring him. The bicycle cops were riding their beat. And they came across the show and they're like, oh, yeah, Sarge really loves Porsches. We'll give him a call. And he came back later. The month before, we had some crazy parking enforcement lady. I was a little worried about that because she came in hot right at the end, screeching.
She was hot? She was
no,
hot?
she was not hot. She came in hot. She was
lame.
screeching the tires on her little.
came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah. But that said, Rami, why don't you sign us out?
All right, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming on and watching our show. I mean, please remember to like, subscribe, and click through. Mantle, thank you.
And buy
what-
Bart's book.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, go buy a
It is.
book for Bart. So
It's
you can-
$300.
Just so you can see
oh
how
my
much
God.
If you buy
better
it-
the Vegas book is going
Make
to
sure
be.
you come to Luftgekühlt.
If you buy it for me, it's $350, and then I'll
JP.
make
Vegas
that.
Auto Fest. Don't forget Vegas Auto
Yeah,
Fest.
Vegas Auto Fest, right in the house. We've got Duane Wik. Thank you very much for
Thank you,
being
Rami.
here. And as always, you know,
plug
I mean,
plug
it's
all
good.
the YouTube channels
Oh,
for
I don't
Wick's
remember all of them.
Garage.
Wick's Garage. And we've got
Everyone Racers.
Oh, you only let me get there. And Vegas Auto Fest. Jason, do you have any channels going on?
I'm feeling a little pod envy. I think I'm going to start one.
You should start one. You should
We,
start
we
one.
know
and get
we
it
know
on.
someone that can help you out. With
And
that.
their Fascination, and of course the Rami Show, and
do a Kickstarter
try and
to get that
do a
going?
Kickstarter. Yeah, get it all on
You
there.
and
Try
I, you and I will
click and
discuss
get on
80s
there.
car movies. Well, it'll be great.
We appreciate you all being here, and thanks for watching. And there's more to come, more drama.
Always.
Always, I can't believe it. Do we have drama? It's bizarre.